4 high probability trade setups one should know. 4 high probability trade setups one should know. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bonjour, bonsoir, mes amis, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend. For those of you who are new to us, we are the TSTW24 traders, and our website is www.stochastic-macd.com. The title of this video is 4 high probability trade setups one should know. Let's get started. In this tutorial, I want to share with traders, 4 specific high probability trade setups that one should know. All right. First and first, what is a high probability trade setup? A high probability trade setup is a trade setup that offers a very high reward in comparison to the risk. So if you have a trading setup that offers 80% winning chance compared to 20% losing chance, we have a high probability trade setup, So the higher the winning rate, the better it is when we are talking about the high probability trade setup. So talking about high probability trade setup, we are talking about, the highest probability that the trade will be successful, all right? So that's why it's so important. So if you are trading, we are trying to manage risks in every trade. There is a risk, all right? So there is no trade without risk. So, but we want to concentrate on the trade setups that offers the highest probability of winning of a successful trade, because some of the trading setup are useless trading setup. So we should stay away. For instance, if a trading setup is offering a 20% winning rate, but the losing rate is 80%, well, what's the point of trading it? We must walk away from it, keep our money in our bank, and trade another day. Now, for a new trader, that may sound a bit, unnecessary, but when we are trading, we are maturing as a beta trader. We want to concentrate on high probability trade setup. We are becoming more, smart as a trader, as a day trader, as a swing trader, as an investor. So we try to identify the best setups that we can concentrate on. So you will hear professionals talking about trade your setup, So traders know their setup, and when they see the setups, they prepare themselves, to enter the trade. So you should also know, the 4, high probability trade setup that one should know, very important, all right? So the first trading setup that I want to talk about is a double top followed by a lower high, But now, if you have already watched our video in the past, I've talked about some of these, but I want you to stay with me because there is a bit of, sometimes you may see it and it can be a little bit tricky. So the double top, when we are talking about double top, very often traders think that it should be equal high, but all the double top are not equal high. So remember that. So sometimes you may see like this, the price will go up a little bit above the previous high, we go a little bit above the previous high to form a new higher high, only to come back below the previous high. That is also a double top. But sometimes traders do not call it double top, but it's a double top. But it's a double top with, a higher high. So the price form a high here, pull back, form a new higher high, but goes back below the previous high. This is a psychological price level. So though the price form a high here, not equal high, it is still a double top because the price return back the previous low and find a resistance right there before forming the lower high. The same thing is also true when we are talking about double bottom pattern. The double bottom pattern is not always equal low. Sometimes you will see that the second low will dip a little bit below the previous low to form a new lower low before the price will return back below before the price will return back above the previous low. So though this is not equal low, it's still a double bottom chart pattern, because if the price goes above the previous low and find a support and continue to go out, it's still a double bottom chart pattern. So remember that not all double top are equal top. You may see some with one higher high compared to the previous high, and not all double bottom pattern are equal low. You may see a new lower low before the price returning back above the previous low and finding a support above it. So I clarify this because some new traders may only look for double top with equal top or double bottom with equal low. So remember that we may have a scenario like this when the price will return back the previous low and find a support, or the price dip below the previous top and find a resistance right there when we are talking about double top. So the first high probability trade setup, as we have now clarified, okay, some of the unusual, okay, setup that may appear. The first high probability trade setup that one should know is double top followed by a lower high. Why is it a high probability trade setup? It is a high probability trade setup because, you know, in an uptrend, the price must form higher lows and higher high. Now, in an uptrend, we are concentrating on the high. If the price failed, okay, on any time frame, failed to display a new higher high, okay, so price displaying higher high, and then suddenly it display equal high or lower high, it's telling us that the bullish momentum is diminishing. It doesn't mean that the bullish momentum has finished completely. It may resume, but at that point in time, we will acknowledge it that it's diminishing. All right. But now, because we have a double top, or it display a new higher high before going back below it, as I explained to you before. So let's concentrate. Double top, price in an uptrend, now suddenly failed here. It failed to display a new higher high. So we'll say, okay, it looks like this bullish momentum is diminishing, okay? That's all we can say. If now the price goes on to form a new lower high, it's confirmation to us that now, game on, the bear are taking control. So a double top followed by a lower high is a high probability trade setup. So how do we handle that as a trader? So in the old days when people trade like crazy, all right, traders, they will just place order here to sell. Some investor with deep pocket will still do that because they tested their system and they just trade that way, okay? But for somebody with a small trading account trying to manage the risk carefully, it is better not to jump on it and sell it straight away, but to use what we call a top-down trading method or a multiple time frame trading method. So for instance, we see this on the weekly chart, okay? We will now go, for instance, to the 4-hour chart looking for a signal, and then we may use, for instance, 50-minute chart or 30-minute chart for entry. So weekly, 4-hour chart, 50-minute or 30-minute chart for entry, multiple time frame trading method. So when we see this on any time frame, can be on a daily chart, hourly chart, 10-minute time frame, one example of multiple time frame trading method, and then we will take it from there. So the setup is not a signal yet. We'll go to another time frame looking for the signal, and then we select another time frame for the entry. For the entry, we can use a different time frame again to minimize or to pinpoint the best time and the best place to enter the trade. So the first high probability trade setup that one should know is a double top followed by a lower high. Okay, I don't want the video to be too long. I will record more video when I will go a little bit deeper and deeper on each of these setups. So I want you to know it at least, so you may be aware of it and know that this is a high probability trade setup. So you may, okay, know how to trade it also. Okay, all right. The second high probability trade setup is the opposite of the first one. It's a double bottom chart pattern followed by a higher low. Why is he offering us a higher winning rate compared to the losing rates? In a downtrend, our attention is on a new lower low. So if the price is going down, okay, and it's not displaying a new lower low, it's telling us that the bearish momentum is diminishing. This is about the language of the price. So as I explained to traders, the best way to fool a trader, all right, is to tell the trader to look at the indicators or to look at something else instead of the price. So 70% of the time, spend your time analyzing the price itself. It will not fool you. Okay? So in a downtrend, the price must display lower lows and lower highs. This is true on every time frame. Lower lows and lower highs. Okay? But our attention this time, because price is going down, we are concentrating on the new lower low. All right? So if the price is going down, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, bearish momentum intact, suddenly the price form a double bottom chart pattern. At that point in time, we will say that, okay, it looks like this bearish momentum is diminishing. We acknowledge it, okay? All right? But if the price suddenly, after displaying a double bottom chart pattern, okay, continuing to go up and form a new higher low, is telling us that the bulls are taking control. So now we have, okay, a bullish trade setup. Now remember that I did not say that this is a bullish trade signal because we are talking about high probability trade setup. Now you will notice that I've been talking about trade setup all the time because it's so important, and if you have been following us, be patient with us. Some new traders, we still need to repeat this, okay? The trading setup is the first thing that we are looking for. So there are technical trading setup, there are fundamental trading setup, okay? There are different trading setup, okay? So the price will give us a technical trading setup, okay? The economy news, okay, the financial will give us fundamental trading setup. So we can trade based on fundamental, we can trade based on the technical. But my approach is about combining the technical and the fundamental. So here we are talking about a technical trading setup, the high probability technical trade setup, okay? So when we see a double bottom followed by a higher low, it's a high probability trade setup, okay? I will go a little bit deeper in the next videos, okay, when I will clarify each of these setup for you. But for the purpose of the video, we just want to tell traders the 4 high probability trade setup one should know. So stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned with us, okay? Double bottom followed by higher low is a high probability trade setup. We'll use the top-down trading method to enter the trade. The third high probability trade setup, okay, is the head and shoulder pattern, head and shoulder chart pattern, followed by the first lower high. Okay, so price going up in an uptrend again. We are concentrating on what? On a high, okay? From a high, display a higher low, from a new higher high. Now price went down and display a new, display for the first time a lower high after forming, okay, a higher high. Here we see that, okay, the bullish momentum is diminishing because suddenly the price display a lower high. In fact, we can sell here. This is a high probability to set up here. The head and shoulder chart pattern right here. But not all traders know how to trade a head and shoulder chart pattern. We have a filter for the TSTW24 traders right here, okay? This is a high probability trade setup, but that's not what I want to talk about. The third high probability trade setup is the lower high that follow the head and shoulder chart pattern. So you have a bearish chart pattern followed by a lower high. So when we are, so everything that we are saying based on market stable data, when we see a bearish chart pattern anywhere on any time frame followed by a lower high, it is a high probability trade setup. Now another market stable data is that when we see a bullish chart pattern, any bullish chart pattern, Fibonacci bullish chart pattern, area wave bullish chart pattern, normal bullish chart pattern followed by a higher low, it is a high probability trade setup. Now, I know that some traders may get a little bit excited, which is normal, but when we are talking about high probability trade setup, we didn't say guarantee, okay? Winning trade setup, we didn't say a certainty, 100%, okay? Winning rate trade setup. There is always a risk, okay? The setup, the signal, and the low risk entry point, how you manage the trade, paying attention to the economy news also, okay? The time you enter the trade, the experience, the practice also count. So we are not talking about a guarantee money printing machine, but we are talking about probability, okay? So a head and shoulder chart pattern followed by a lower high, it is a high probability trade setup. Price has failed to display a new higher high. In fact, this is a high probability trade setup. But not only that, again, we have a second confirmation telling us that, okay, game on. Another lower high. In fact, what is happening here, if you draw your trend line, you will see that very often, these two high, this high and this high, they probably try to retest it here on the edge or even go to retest the neckline. Go a little bit to retest the neckline before coming down. So you may see the head and shoulder chart pattern followed by lower high, either on the edge of this trend line, or sometime you will see that you go and retest the neckline somewhere up here, forming in fact an inverted, forming a head and shoulder pattern plus a double top right here somewhere here. Okay, so be aware of this. This is another high probability trade setup. So far we have talked about 3 high probability trade setup. The first one, double top followed by, okay, a lower high, okay. The second one, double bottom followed by a higher low. The third one that we are discussing now, a head and shoulder chart pattern followed by a lower high. The number 4, talking about 4 high probability trade setup that one should know. The 4th high probability trade setup that one should know is my favorite one of my friends, so you know it now, is the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern followed by a higher low. For a swing trader, do not forget this one because the normal progression of the market is bullish and you are likely to see this very often. An inverted head and shoulder chart pattern followed by a higher low. It is a beautiful, gorgeous, okay, bullish, high probability trade setup. Not guarantee winning trade setup, high probability trade setup. Now, when we are talking about trade setup, we want to apply a top-down trading method, the setup, the signal, and a low-risk entry point. So what do? We see the trading setup, we analyze it. So we spend a lot of time to analyze the trade setup. We want the setup to be solid. It's like the foundation of our trade, the foundation of our investment. This is the key. That's the trade setup will determine whether we're going to have a winning trade or a losing trade or a stressful trade or, okay, because you know some trade can be very stressful. You enter a trade, say, "Whoa, my God, why did I enter now? Please get me out as soon as possible." So you don't want to have it stressful, peaceful, gentle. You don't have to look at it every second and say, "Oh, is it still there? Is it still there?" You want a peaceful, relaxed trade, all right? Okay, remember those trades you take and then you quickly go into bath, all right, to calm yourself down, all right? You don't want that. Okay, so the high probability trade setup. So this is, so when we have the setup, we concentrate on it. We make sure that it's solid, it's good, okay, at least good. Then we check the market environment, the economy news. What is it the best time? What's this due today? Okay, do not neglect that. Okay. Okay, market environment is good. No major economy news that's going to mess up this trend. Okay, I can enter this trend now. Okay, but remember, then you go to another time frame. Okay, for the signal, as I explained to you at the beginning of this video. Now, if that signal fails, you will come out. Sometimes traders don't know how to pull out. Sometimes you want to sell. Sometimes you have to sell gently. I will talk about this another time, how a trader can sell gently, how a trader can buy gently. I will talk about it in another video, okay? So, sometimes you will sell, you are taken out of the trade, but the setup is still in place. For various reasons, you are taken out. Okay, you go back, you lick your wounds, so to speak, all right, and then you come back again, etc. And then the next time you sell, anyway, beautifully, and you are rewarded and no loss. Great. It happens sometimes like that, okay? But what I'm saying to you about the top-down trading method, the signal is important, very important. But after we have validated the trade setup, we wait for the signal. Sometimes you wait for the signal, and there won't be no signal at all. So the setup does not guarantee the signal, all right? So if there is signal, we enter. But if the signal fails, we are out again, all right? This is to cut losses, okay? We don't want to lose big, we want to lose small and maximal gain. So to summarize this video, I've been talking to you now for 20 minutes. We don't want the video to be too long. The first high probability trade setup is a double top followed by a lower high. The second high probability trade setup is a double bottom chart pattern followed by a higher low. The third high probability trade setup is a head and shoulder chart pattern followed by a lower high. And the fourth high probability trade setup is an inverted head and shoulder chart pattern followed by the first higher low. I will be coming back, okay, and I will show you what to look for each high probability trade setup and how to trade it on any time frame so you may trade it like a professional trader. If you like this video, please give us the thumbs up. If you truly dislike it, make sure you give us the thumbs down, all right? If you love it, feel free to share it on Google+, on Twitter, and also on Facebook, all right? But if you love all our videos, you have been watching our video, you love it, this is a great channel, I want to be part of it, feel free, okay, to subscribe to our channel. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW24 traders talking about 4 high probability trade setup one should know. Speak to you soon.